much for being here. We're so excited that you've decided to join us for our launch party of Super Extraordinary Mom. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Thank you, and I hope that you're enjoying yourselves and you're having a good time. How was the food? Was it delicious? Yes. Esau Sims was our caterer for tonight. So thank you. And of course, I want to thank our longtime supporters, Career Spa, Melanie Miller, Executive Rep, D-Rep, and then Monica Motivates. So as you heard, they've all been very involved in our lives over the past few years. And I certainly want to thank my friends and family who've been here with me along the process. And before I thank them, I've got to give a shout out to Paula Kearse, who keeps my hair looking nice. She's not here this evening, but I told her I would give her a shout out. And then the Mac calendars. I've been at Cumberland, I've been at Lenox, I've been at Arbor Place Mall. Anywhere I could find a Mac counter to do my makeup, that's where I am. And then I want to also acknowledge my brother-in-law, Gregory Knight, who's doing the photography as well as the videography for the evening. And then Terry and Victoria, please just wave your hands for you all. They are the best neighbors, and they've been very integral in getting us up and running. So the website that you see and the photo shoots that you've seen. So thank you to you all. But yes, my family is extremely important to me. I want to thank them for their support. So certainly my little ones who are here, Joshua, Hannah, and I don't see Nina. Where's Nina? Right. We'll talk about her in a second. And Josiah. And then the two that are not here, Molly, who is in Iowa, working on her career to be a vet, and then Azan, our son, who, as we speak, is actually participating in what's called the Crucible. It's a grueling, mentally, physically challenging aspect of becoming a Marine. So this is his final step, and he will be finished and graduating next week, so continued prayers for him as well. But I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank my husband. Babe, could you join me at the podium, please? My husband, Steve Reese. You all, let me tell you, this man here is the real deal. He really is. I actually only have to just mention that I need something, and he gets it done. Great example. Just a couple weeks ago, we were in the kitchen, and the kids were enjoying some Snickers, you know, the snack size. And I saw that there were only 3 left. And so I was lamenting, oh my gosh, I did not get not one Snickers out of that bag. And so our beautiful daughter, Hannah, said, Mommy, you can have mine. I said, it's okay, Hannah. I'm going to go to the store, and I'm going to buy me the biggest king-size Snickers that I can get. Later that evening, my husband appeared. Not only with a bag full of Snickers, but also a bag of Nestle's Crunch, my favorite candy bar. I was so excited. And so, babe, thank you for being a super extraordinary husband. I can't do what I do without you. So I want to give you the best husband ever. Heard in terms of the other speakers, he definitely is my support, and I couldn't do what I do without him, and also God. So you may be asking, super extraordinary mom, why? And does she know that extraordinary is actually spelled as one word? You may be thinking that. It's okay. And I'm sorry, I'm getting that people can't hear me in the back, so I'll start over. So you may be wondering why Super Extraordinary Mom. And you may be wondering if I know how to spell. And you may be also wondering how Super Extraordinary Mom ties into HR. Well, I'll tell you. Years ago, I was thinking, I need a way to express what I'm feeling.
So the stresses of being a working mom and managing a large family as well as managing my career, those were all very real to me. And I wanted to write a book because my thought was, I'm not alone. There've got to be others out there who are feeling and experiencing the same things. And so I was talking to a colleague, Joanna Tillman actually, and she suggested that I create a blog. And so, of course, my children were giving me lots of material for topics, for discussions, especially Nina Sophia. And so for those of you who don't know, Nina Sophia is our spirited 4-year-old who stretches us as parents. So we love Nina dearly. We love all of our children, but Nina definitely gives us an opportunity to be very, very good parents. And so Nina was giving me material, the kids were giving material, and just going through life. And so in 2015, my life as a super extraordinary mom blog was born. And in all honesty, I think the naming convention for extraordinary wasn't available, and so I had to separate the words out. But I thought that's okay, because I represent the everyday. I represent the ordinary person. I am that person that is just trying to find the extraordinary in everyday moments. And so that's how that came about. And professionally, each role that I took on, it just seemed as if there just wasn't a good fit. You know, you've been to the store and you see something on the rack and you think, that's fantastic, I'm going to take it home. And you get it home and it's a little snug, or it's too big. And so I felt as if I couldn't quite fit myself into the square peg, or even the round hole. Or to borrow words that the Bronner Business Institute instructor said, I couldn't make myself small enough to fit into those roles. Now, of course, I enjoyed various aspects of the roles, but I just felt deep down inside there was just something else, that I was called to be something more. Yes, I'm here to serve as a mother and also a wife, but I just kept thinking, there's got to be more. And so I asked the question, why am I here? What's my purpose? What should I be doing? And my husband will tell you, to his chagrin, that we talked about this quite a bit. And so I began to think and wonder, what should I be doing? What's my purpose? And so I watched webinar after webinar, podcast after podcast, talk to people who had their own business and were doing it on their own. And I began to pray, and I wanted to make certain that the timing was right. And so one day, I was standing in my corporate job office, looking out the window at traffic, Atlanta traffic. And I tell you, if Atlanta traffic doesn't make you want to change and make some change, I don't know what will. But I said, it's time. It's time to do something different. And let me tell you, the moment that I made that decision, it seemed as if the universe said, finally, we have been waiting for you to make that step. Now trust me, that first step was extremely scary. So my husband and I, we had to count the costs. And some may think that we're crazy for putting it all on the line. But our faith is bigger than our fear. And so we just did it. We made the decision and we did it. The timing is extra significant. Why? Because a year ago, I was recovering from a double mastectomy. Statistically, I shouldn't be standing here before you. But I guess I've got some fight still left in me. Let me tell you, we don't have all the answers, but we are excited about the journey. And we know that our steps are ordered because things have just been falling into place. And I actually feel as if we're already wildly successful. And so let me encourage you. If you are today thinking about your life and wondering if something should be more, or if you're just simply existing day after day, doing the same old routine, I want to encourage you to think about a few things. So number one, count the cost. Of course, count the cost financially and what that may mean for your family. But count the cost if you don't do what you've been wanting to do. Will you look back over your life and have regret? Will you think, what if? And so I want you to really seriously think about where you are today. A recent Gallup poll stated that 68% of U.S. employees are disengaged. So that means only about 32% are actively enjoying what they're doing. So are you a part of that group that's not engaged? Make a decision today to do something else. Make a decision to do what it is that you're wanting to do. And so number two, be present and live every moment. My cancer diagnosis brought me to my knees, both figuratively and literally. And so I really started to ask myself, what's important? And in the big scheme of things, is what I'm facing right now, this particular task or argument or disagreement, is it really that important? And so absolutely take stock of your life and make certain that you are being present. My colleague, Monica McCoy, the person that you saw in the video, she encourages her clients to have an attitude of gratitude. And that every day when you wake up, to think about at least 3 things for which you're grateful. And so how are you when you wake up? How's your mental state of being? Are you thankful, or are you thinking, here we go again, another day, doing the same old thing? Make the choice to do something different. Make the choice to get moving. And lastly, just do it. That's all that there's left to do, is just to do it. And so what are you waiting for? Is there a book that you've been sitting on for a while? Is there an overseas trip that you've been wanting to take? Or what about the doctor's report that you've been needing to hear? Or are you waiting to launch your own business? I encourage you today to just do it. Once you make up your decision in your heart that you're going to do it, I guarantee you that positive vibes, they'll come to you. You'll start invoking it from the universe. It'll just start happening and things will start falling into place. So if you hear nothing else, make certain that you are living in the present, that you just do it, and that you count the cost if you don't do it. Super Extraordinary Mom, LLC, is an HR consultant firm. And so our signature presentation offers the ability for companies to assess their teams, to identify what they need for training, and then we come in and help actually conduct that. So the next time that you hear someone saying, man, I wish I knew someone who could conduct some training in diversity and inclusion or leadership development, think about Super Extraordinary Mom. So that way I can say, you've given me a contract. You've given me a contract. You've given me a contract. And so my name is Reese, and I'm a Super Extraordinary Mom. And I encourage you to find the extraordinary in everyday moments. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. And please, we want you to enjoy your time here. Thank you.